Hi, this is Ashwini, and today I'm going to speculate on why our ancestors told us to fast. Now, when I say fast, I don't mean starving, because starving is a totally different thing. And a disclaimer for everybody, whatever I say, if you want to do fasting, if you want to diet, then please consult a doctor, a dietitian, so that you have a correct point of view of how to fast according to your body, right? So why did our ancestors, why do we have fasting in the religious system? Now our ancestors, each religious system has some form of fasting that is to be done at certain times. Most of the times is every month. There's generally one or two days or a week or a month in which you are told to fast. Now why did they do that? Now there are two reasons why. First I'll tell you the philosophical reason for it, and then I'll tell you which might be the more scientific reason that is there to fast, which they would have discovered is beneficial to all of us. So the first philosophical reason. The philosophical reason is that mostly our ancestors wanted us to understand what is suffering, okay? How to do without things, okay? How to live without things, how to develop patience, to wait through the day and understand what is life, what is living, and how to do without material things, and even material things like food. What is suffering? How does it feel? And how you can live life without having a lot of things around you, as in colorful clothes, different artifacts, and beautiful food, rich food. How does it feel, and how it is to live without having such benefits, and what is simple living. It also teaches us to have patience through the day for all the 10 hours that you will fast, to develop patience and tolerance. Why? Because when you're hungry, you tend to be more angry. So how do you control this anger, right? So if you're able to control your anger while you're still fasting, then that is very good self-control. And how to bring oneself into meditation and into stillness by praying and by thinking not of food but of being still and calm and remembering the name of the Lord, right? So this is what they wanted us to learn on a philosophical level. They also wanted us to learn what is pain and what is suffering of those who don't have such things. So we become compassionate and empathetic to those people who don't have all these things, of comforts of food, of shelter, of beautiful new clothes and jewelry, etc. Now, what is the scientific reason why fasting is done, and which they would have probably stumbled upon, that fasting is beneficial to all human beings? So you have to think that these conditions or these rules were created when there was less scientific knowledge. So what happens when a body fasts? When a body fasts, a human being, when he fasts, the response of the animal within us, of all the blood and the organs and the muscles inside of us, is to survive. So the shock and the survival instinct or mechanism starts, right? So when you have less food in the body wants to survive. So it takes energy from all the sources which it finds. Okay, so where does it go? Number one, it's the fat that you have, the adipose that you have in your body. So it targets the energy from the fat in the body, and so it takes it from there. And the blood also becomes, and the body becomes more acidic. Now when this happens, when the blood becomes acidic, bacteria finds it very difficult to survive. So fasting increases your immunity as well, right? So increases your immunity, fasting. And so the blood becomes more acidic, less bacteria is able to survive inside of you, so you'll have less sicknesses. And when you cut off food and remain on an intermittent diet, or remain on a fruit diet, or even better, a liquid diet, and I don't mean alcohol, water, right? There are some people, some sages who remain on water and sunlight. They have done that as well. So when you have an intermittent diet and you remove all the carbohydrates which go inside of you as food, to the Atkins diet, which focuses on removing all the carbohydrates and making you eat fat. So in the same way, they didn't know about Atkins diet, right? Or is it Atkinson? I think Atkins or Atkinson, whatever. You know what I mean. So, so what do all the cultures tell you? Remain fasting, that is without normal food for a certain period of time, and then eat fats later, like a biryani or kheer or dry fruits, and or khichdi, right? Aloo. Okay, so they made certain rules of what you can eat. So something a little more fatty, so that the next day, if you want to fast, then your body is able to then survive, right? So this is what is fasting. This is what they stumbled upon, that fasting makes people less sick. It increases the immune system, all right? And so they said, now how is it that human beings are not very, they don't listen, isn't it? So you tell the human beings, please wear a mask. You don't wear a mask, you remove it. So in the same way, they said, okay, so they do these kind of things. So let's say that God has told you this, or this is how it is done in our religion. So do it. Why? Because if you're fasting and it is your say Friday fast, and you're like, oh my God, or Saturday or Sunday fasting, Shukrawar, mera Gurwar hai, mera Shukrawar hai, and you go towards biscuit, and then you pop it in your mouth and you're like, oh my God, I'm not supposed to have these kind of things during my religious fasting. So they added these values to it so that people are more controlled, because they're scared of God, which is above them and will punish them. So they made this a little ritualistic, so human beings will follow the rules. Now, so the body ferments, and it helps in not only to reduce weight. It is very important, even when you're fasting or you're not fasting, that you have to do portion control. So manage your portion controls and eat a well-balanced diet. And balanced is everything. Even the Buddha, he did starving. The starving Buddha, everybody knows about it. But he said that balance is everything. Starving is not the way to find balance in your life and calmness. So don't go into starving. That means stripping all your energy of your body from inside, right? And that is harmful for you. Fasting is not, because you do it intermittently and then you do nourish yourself with water or whatever has been prescribed for you in your cultural belief. So that's a way of dieting, and it works for people over 40 also, because like me, I'm a hypothyroid. So whatever I eat, even if I eat one piece of roti, I gain weight. So if you do intermittent fasting, it helps in taking the energy from the fat cells and then sort of keeping your weight a little low. So that is it. Now this way of fasting was used by a lot of monks in India. They found a mummy in India of a Buddhist monk who would just like the Egyptians, they would embalm the person, and put a lot of ointments and herbs to preserve the body of the special king, and cotton bandages. In the same way, this Buddhist monk would eat certain things, fast, eat certain things to preserve the body from inside. And then these bodies were then wrapped in cloth, and the monk would get nirvana, hopefully. And such a mummy has been found in the Himalayas in a perfect, more than perfect shape, and well preserved eyes, ears, hair of this Buddhist monk. Do a Google search, you'll find out where this Buddhist mummy is in India. It is found in the Himalayas, and it did a better job of preservation than the mummification in Egypt. Alright, so these are the various ideas related to fasting, why it is important, and it helps in the immunity system. It builds up your immunity because germs, bacteria do not find it difficult to survive in an acidic blood, and when carbohydrates are removed, viruses find it difficult to survive. So you not only are you learning what is pain, what is suffering, what is tolerance, what is patience, but you're also building up your immunity and losing weight. All right, so tell me, what are your ideas about fasting, and do comment in the comments section, and like, share and follow. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time with a different topic. Bye bye.